Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today is another journal with me, and I wanted to have at least one in November because the last journal with me was in October. And here I have with me is my regular size traveler's notebook from Traveler's Company in black. And let's start. Actually, I filmed this late last night, because I really wanted to have one journal with me in November. But I wanted to do this voiceover as well last night, but I was so tired that I attempted 3 times, and it ended up me dozing off. And yeah, I totally can't do the voiceover last night, so I have to do it today instead. So here I'm showing you, just now I was showing you this Pigma Micron pen in the plastic nib that I recently got. Well, it was okay. I wasn't in love with it, but I like using it. I don't mind to, use it, and I don't mind to get another one after I finish using it. But I still prefer the felt tip pen over this plastic nib. So yeah. Anywho, here I am, trying to put this piece of what do you call this? Vintage paper. This is actually from a packaging from an item that I bought, and it is pretty, so I wanted to incorporate this into my journal. And if you can see that big chunk of missing, sort of like a semicircle shape at the side of the paper, well, that was where the wax seal was. But I am not fond of having wax seal incorporated in my spread because I felt that it bulged up too much and it's very difficult for me to write afterwards and for my future spread as well. So I sort of tore the wax seal out, and I will use this Classic letterpress paper to cover it up. So after that, I'm gonna do some stamping. I will incorporate 2 stamps. I will incorporate the 2 stamps on this Classic letterpress. So I've decided to use one of that and another one of that. Yeah. And I would like to say something about the stamp pad I'm going to use afterwards. Is VersaFine ink pad, and I have quite a few ink pads or stamp pads that I bought from various various brands. And VersaFine was the first one that I bought when I started journaling. And after I tried a few brands over a year or plus, so I went back to VersaFine, and it is my favorite stamp pad thus far. It can capture the defined pattern in the stamp, complicated pattern, and it stamps really well. The color is very nice. So I have all the colors that the VersaFine line has, but at least in Malaysia anyway. I didn't go and analyze, in actual fact, how many colors does VersaFine have. But these are the colors that I can get locally. So here I'm trying to incorporate 2 colors. The first was this, is it satin red? I'm sorry. I think you will see it just now when I show it to the camera. And this one is this Spanish moss. Yep. So I'm okay with how this turned out, but yeah, it's still not as up to my expectation, but I'm fine with it because I'm gonna put stickers over it and some other stamps as well. So that was sort of sort of what you call this, remove the focus on that pattern that I just stamped. It's not that it's not nice, but somehow I wish it would have been better. So here I'm just gonna stick that letter press down with my roller tape. I usually only use roller tapes on straight edge paper because I find it very difficult to use it on this the edge of the paper that is not straight. And yeah, here we go. So next up, I'm gonna stamp this. Now this stamp I got it from Mode Tape. If you've seen my previous videos on my Instagram, I was actually a bit crazy over this Mode Tape stamp. I mean, they are gorgeous. They have lots of patterns, lots of variety to choose from, and at a very economical price or affordable price. But you know, their pattern is nice, but the quality wise, of course, as you can see here, you can see that the stamp is actually sort of coming out from the wooden mount. I have to actually pause the video and use my hand to press it down firmly and quickly stamp it before it sort of comes up again. Or I don't know, I think one day it will be separated totally from the wooden mount. Here you can see it started to come out again. So you know, quality wise you can't compare, but variety wise and affordability, yeah, I think they are pretty good. You can get lots of stamp with the same amount of money that you buy one I would say more branded stamp, if you know what I mean. And here I'm gonna use this very gorgeous girl sticker. However, I think there's too much white space on the other side, so I'm gonna trim it down and I'm gonna stick it at the place where I indicated just now. So here we go. And yeah, so after that I'm gonna, so this year I've been starting with this day on 2 pages, and so far I like it because I think it has more space for me to be more more creative, and yeah, I have more space to journal in as well. So here is another Mode Tape stamp, but it's the clear stamp, and as you can see there are lots of very gorgeous pattern, but the preciseness, I would say, you know, sometimes when you stamp the stamp, that they can really bring out the detail of the pattern that they wanted to have, but this, you know, is not up to that standard, I would say, but well, it still do its job. I mean, you can still get very nice pattern out of these stamps so long as you're not too particular about the quality. And I don't know why this Mode Tape stamp, I mean, Mode Tape stamp is still okay, but some of the other stamp, you know, more economical stamp, affordable stamp, clear stamp that I bought are so oily that I have to use soap water to wash it first. So Mode Tape is still okay, it's still oily, so but I just need to use the wet wipe to just clean the oil or remove the oil. And here I'm trying to use this jar stamp and to have this leaves or plant inside. Yep. So here you can see I'm using the wet wipe to remove the oil, some of the oil of the stems, else the ink would not stay on, or would not, you know, would not stick onto the stem. So here I'm using this green again, and I got some on my fingers. Sorry, it should be singular, not plural. Here we go. There you go. and I think it turns out pretty nice. And I'm going to use another stamp, this jar or bottle, side by side to the first one. And after that, I'm gonna stamp some wording beside that. So I've been quite, I would say, very busy lately because I've been on to a project that my company is doing, and I think it's going to be finalized by early of December. Hopefully by the time I have more time to catch up on my journaling. Yep, and here, as you can see, I wanted to use that wording stamp. Actually, I have no idea what was written, but I just like that, it's the wording pattern. Yep. And after that, you can see that I rub off some of the oil residue, and I wanted to use other stamp pad or ink pad because VersaFine doesn't work well with this stamp, because this stamp is not precise, as in they are not carved precisely. So VersaFine, I think that the stamp pad or the ink pad is a bit on the watery side. It's not that it's watery, but compared to some other brands, it's watery. And as you can see, I tried the Memento, it doesn't turn out well as well. So I'm going to use the StanceOn, which is the best out of the three. Yeah, it sort of makes the word like what do you call this, feathered, and I don't know, it doesn't capture the details, and this StanceOn has a better I wouldn't say quality, but the stamps works better with this StanceOn ink pad. There we go. And I spent a little time to clean this stamp because it still has quite a bit of ink on it, as you can see. Now what did I do after that? I think I cleaned some more of the stamps, and I'll be using some washi. Now I recently bought a small haul, I would say, not Bob, small haul from London Gifties. Some watercolors, and of course the new London Gifties washi, which I was pretty excited when I received it, and I can't wait to use it. So here I'm going to use this London Gifties washi. I bought the 6 in a set option, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Sorry, at first I tried to incorporate some vintage tickets in it. I did end up use one of the green short vintage tickets on the left side. Yeah, I think it's that green one. Now this album is actually a sticker album from Happy Scrappy. I no longer use any stickers, any planner stickers, so I use it to keep my vintage tickets instead. I think it's very, very convenient. I can see what tickets I have, and yeah. And yes, I'm gonna use that on the top part. And later on, I try to create another collages. I try to create another collage with the vintage tickets, but I didn't quite like how it turned out, so I didn't use that. And I sort of only used the washi tape instead. So here, yeah, I'm trying to find a place where I can incorporate that long vintage stickers, but I like how the short one looks, so I'm going to put that down first. With my glue stick, yep. There we go. So next I'm trying to do some collage with vintage tickets and some classic letterpress paper as well. So So I normally will incorporate the short one with the long one, or a horizontal one with the vertical ones. So we have some variations. Yeah. But I ended up didn't like it, so I abort the plan and I just go with washi instead. So today I have the intention to record another plan with me. If all goes well, there'll be another plan with me video tomorrow. By the way, today is actually 30th of November here in Malaysia. So after 12, it'll be December and it's the last month of the year. I am pretty excited for 2019 because I have some new journaling ideas. Yep. For 2019, and hopefully I can. It's the first time I'm going to do that type of journaling, and hopefully I'm comfortable or confident enough to film a journal with me video to show you what I have in mind. So here I ended up aborting this plan, so that's I'm not going to explain much. I actually trying to find a background for my vintage tickets. But I'm not happy with it. Yeah. So like I said, I'm pretty excited about 2019, and I have my insert ready for 2019 as well. Not ready, but I bought my inserts that I wanted for 2019. My journaling will still be this grid paper insert, but I've replenished my monthly from the Travis company, undated, and yeah. Hopefully my plan will carry out smoothly for 2019. And here I think you can see that I'm trying very hard to try to arrange these tickets to make go, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Yeah, no matter how I see, I don't like it. So yeah, maybe this looks quite well, but then maybe I'll use it for my next spread. However, I aborted the plan, and here comes my London Gifty washi. As you can see, it's still new. Yep, and I think this is gorgeous. It's a bit of a purple and reddish washi with some floral pattern and wording as well. And here I am measuring out how much I need, and I will use is it the Kokuyo? Yep, this tape. What do you call this? I'm not sure. It helps you to tear out the washi or the tape. Yep. I'm gonna just put it down there, and I think the color pops up really well, and it also goes with the theme of my whole spread anyway. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love London Gifty stamps, just that the postage is so expensive that, you know, I have to sort of accumulate what I wanted to buy and buy it together to save on shipping costs, else it's like so expensive to ship from the United States, the United Kingdom, UK, over to Malaysia, and especially we have to use track shipping. Yes, it's even more expensive. And I'm trying to have a floral sticker. At first I wanted to go with this, but I felt it's a little bit too big, so I tried another one, and I choose this. I think it's a leaf pattern sticker, yeah, instead of a floral one. I'm not happy with that either, so yeah, I'm going to go with that. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I think the colors is going well with the washi and the overall spread as well. Okay, so I'm actually quite happy with how this spread turns out, and now I'm just gonna stamp this date. So I'm just trying to see that I didn't stamp it wrongly, because for November I actually skipped a day without noticing. Yeah, but some of the time I ran out of inspiration to how to date my journal. Yeah, whether to use these normal date stamps or whether I should, I don't know, use some other stamps. So normally sometimes I do leave the date blank first until I find inspiration on how I want to date it. So here I'm just using this regular date stamp, and of course I would like to mark down the day as well, and that's why I need to double check again: Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm gonna use this Yuwu Studio Alpha stamp. Now I'm so in love with the Yuwu stamp lately that I bought quite a few of it. I think the quality is exceptionally well. Did I say it correctly? Very well. The quality is very good, and I like their how they pack the stamp as well. It's normally in a black box. It looks so high class, so classic and elegant. Yep. Here, this is the rounded alpha stamp. Now, before the video ends, I actually want to mention that I'm sorry that it seems like very far away, the camera and my spread, because when I zoom it too close, the autofocus sort of went crazy, and any little movement that my hands does, it keeps on refocusing. So when I watch back my previous video, the one in October, the last video I have, somehow I felt so dizzy looking at it, because it keeps on refocusing like in a few seconds interval. So I'm very sorry for that, and that's why at the start of this video you can see that I tried to zoom in, then zoom out, and I tried actually other things, and now I know that actually I have to remove the autofocus. So hopefully the next video I can zoom in a bit and try it out. Okay, hope that you guys love this spread, and I am going to film another journal with me now after this voiceover. So I'll see you guys again very, very soon, and well, keeps on. Sorry, do keep journaling or planning, or whatever that makes you happy. And yeah, see you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Take care.